Okay, so I wanted to jump on here really quickly, and I'm doing this as a recording because I want to be able to use my face, my hands, and my voice to tell my story. I also chose to do this when I'm in my normal mom mode, which is no makeup, a nursing tank top, laundry basket behind me, my kids in the bath playing with bubbles. Like, this is my life. This is what my job even looks like for me half the days. And I want to share that and be fully transparent here. Okay. I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible, but I wanted to share a little background story in hopes that this might inspire you to see this as more than just some Wahoo MLM job. Okay. Um, right after I had my son and I was newly diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, I was in a new marriage that was kind of falling apart. We hadn't had a chance to get to know each other very well. I had just gotten sick. We had just had a baby. My husband's anxiety was through the roof. He lost his job shortly after my diagnosis as well. So we were in a really bad spot. And we didn't know each other well enough to be able to say, hey, okay, how are we going to work through this together? Like we can now, and we just couldn't before. Um, we had no idea how to read each other. So our marriage was rocky, to say the least. Um, and we had this new baby that we had to figure out who was medically complex and we didn't understand because we were first time parents. So the odds were just stacked against us. And I joined a network marketing company in thoughts like maybe this could keep me home, maybe this could take a little pressure off of him to have to go back to work, or I didn't know what to do. I was clipping coupons in that time, trying to do what I could to help the family, just to relieve a little bit of the tension that we had going on. What can I do from home with a newborn that can contribute to this house? To step back just a little bit, even. I was brand new to the area. I had left everything I had to go live with my husband in Phoenix. I was living in Tucson at the time. I moved 2 hours away to be with him, got pregnant, we got married, and I had no one. I didn't have my dance company. I didn't have my family. I didn't have many friends. I was up here all alone with a new baby, a new diagnosis, and a strained marriage. I was falling apart. I had no idea who I was. I had completely lost every part of my personality. I had lost my body, not only to the disease, but also to breastfeeding, and, had just had a C-section, and I was destroyed. I was destroyed. And at the time, I didn't even really realize it. But now looking back, I know I was destroyed. I was lost. I didn't even know how to hold a conversation with someone because I didn't know who I was or what I needed or um, where to go. So I joined network marketing in hopes of a financial stability. And it helped. It helped. It was also a lot of work. It definitely wasn't the right business for me, but I stayed with that business for 3 years. And I had periods of really great success and I had periods of lulls, which was my own doing. And that's what I love about network marketing, is that we control how often we work. I've in the time that I've been in network marketing, I've had 3 children, 3 pregnancies, 3 breastfeeding journeys, 3 C-sections, all while managing my disease and my son's diagnosis and my husband's anxiety journey. And I can honestly say, had I not had the community of women that I met in network marketing, I don't know how I would have made it this far. I started LuLaRoe when I was in this destitute state. And the relationships I formed while doing that carried me. It wasn't necessarily what I needed or brought me to making my marriage better or, making me a better mom, but it carried me in a way that helped me later on become better at all of those things. I developed relationships. I had a community of women who I knew I could go to. Me and my sponsor were on a dance company previous to that. So her and I were really good friends. So I had someone to talk to on a regular basis. I started to build confidence again. I started to bring money into the house where I had just left a career making a really good amount of money as a chef. And then I went to nothing, to clipping coupons, because I was a stay-at-home mom. So as someone who's always been independent and brought in a good paycheck, it was really hard for me. It still is, honestly. To this day, I still have a hard time with it. And so it gave me a little bit of confidence that I was at least bringing a little something into the home, a little confidence that I had something to offer people. And it gave me a community. Getting into network marketing saved me in a time when nothing else was. I did that for 3 years. We changed homes. We upgraded, so to speak. We had more kiddos. My marriage started to develop, get to better places. Now, 5 years later, I can look back and say, like, I needed this more than I ever knew. And had I not gotten involved in a community that had my back, that I knew was there for me, they say that it takes a tribe. Well, finding your tribe is really important. And for someone who lost their tribe for a good portion of time, I can attest that it's extremely important for our mental stability. I'm not the most mentally stable person. I'm an addict, I'm going to be 9 years sober in a couple weeks. And I still, on a regular basis, deal with coping mechanisms, unhealthy coping mechanisms. How am I going to get through this without downgrading myself or other people, or, being narcissistic or egotistical, or letting my, staying humble? How do I do life that is so demanding while not letting resentment lead the way, or, not having expectations of others? It's hard. It's super hard. I missed a whole portion of my life where I wasn't growing as a person. So having to take a few steps back, really, and trying to find myself again at the ripe old age of 38, I can finally say that I'm back on a decent path, but honestly, it took this long. And it really took all those stepping stones along the way. So what I really wanted to say here today was that it doesn't have to be about becoming rich. This doesn't have to be about becoming rich. Do I have goals that will set me apart from the mediocre man? Absolutely. I sure do. I sure do. Do I have a lot of time in my day to work my business and get 6 figures in my bank account by next month? I don't. So I have to find some happy medium. But I can tell you from hundreds of other people I've talked to in network marketing that it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's about the emotional journey. A lot of the time, and quite honestly, if you're not evolving emotionally in this business, you're not going to get really far. And that's something I didn't realize until just recently as well. And joining Q Science and being around genuine people, and finding my tribe, because that's what I have found here. Is this is my tribe. This is where I belong. This is what I was working towards for the last 5 years. And now that I found my tribe and I can start working on me, if I'm not willing to dig spiritually, I'm not going to be my best self in order to help other people, because network marketing for most is not just a get rich quick scheme. It's not, can I pull in 6 figures by the end of the year? Those are awesome goals, but improving other people's lives is what we're really here for, hands down. And if I can bring people into my organization and help them be a better version of them, then I'm already winning. That is my only mission. When I wake up in the morning, I ask the universe, who can I help today? Who can you put in my path so I can help them today. Some days I'm too clouded to see it. Some days I have enough, I'm a little preoccupied with myself and my needs. But some days I get the opportunity to see what the universe wants me to see. And so I'm feeling compelled to share this video today in hopes that watching this makes you realize that if you're battling the choice of this, that it doesn't, your goal doesn't have to be money. It can be about your own mental health. It can be about helping other people. In AA, we were always taught that when you were struggling with something yourself, you need to go help someone else because it takes you out of that mind, takes you out of your mind and gets you in the heart. And that's where you really grow, is in the heart. So if you're able and willing to stop making it about you and start making it about other people, you can really grow. So I hope this message meets you well. Love and light.